time now is 3 minutes to 9. We're talking about free trade today and globalisation. It's quite a hot topic at the moment. Those in favour of it say it puts money in our pockets, but there are critics saying that it's at the expense of jobs that could be provided here in the UK.
Yeah, Steph's in Middlesbrough for us this morning. It's been fascinating spending some time down there with you this morning, Steph. I mean, you really are seeing at the sharp end. This is where stuff arrives and stuff gets exported.
Yeah, good morning Charlie, morning everybody. Yeah, you can see behind me one of the container ships which arrived here in the early hours this morning, about the time we got here actually, and that ship has brought in a load of stuff from the Baltic, so it's everything from furniture, timber, paper, you name it. And then of course after that the ship, once it's empty, will be loaded with a load of other containers with things that we've manufactured around the UK going off to all over the world. And we're talking about global trade today because it is a big issue, as Naga said. There's a big meeting happening in America where they'll be looking at what impact it's had on economies around the world. And I've got some guests here who we can talk to about it. We've got David here, who is the boss of PD Ports, which owns and operates this one. David, how important is global trade here for Middlesbrough?
It's hugely important for Middlesbrough and the wider area, not just Teesside and the north of the UK. This port handles around about 36 million tonnes a year. Products of all shapes and sizes. We've got the home of the largest chemical sector here in the UK. We have the energy sector here. Oil comes ashore here from the North Sea pipeline, and the business behind us is now the second largest container port in the north of England. So huge investments in the area. Thousands of jobs have been created, not just recently, but over the last 10 years. And a really great future from this platform of infrastructure we've got.
Yeah, well, let's bring in Danielle here as well, who runs a digital media agency. For you as well, it's not just about heavy industry here. You could do your business anywhere, couldn't you? Why do you do it in Teesside?
I think we do it in Teesside because there's so many good skills in Teesside. I'm originally from the area and I also studied at the university. And I think they just offer a really good range of courses which brings great skills to the area.
And for you, and I know as a girl who grew up here as well, like you know, often we can get, well, slated, can't we, for the fact that the heavy industry here, some of it has been in decline, steel and the like, but there's lots of growth in other areas in Teesside, aren't there? Tell us a bit about them. There's lots of different businesses here.
I think there's been a steady growth in the digital sector over the last few years. We've certainly seen an increase in it. There's a lot of clusters going on certainly in Teesside, which we all work together, especially in the digital industry. We can kind of sit behind a desk and deliver it across the world, but also deliver it locally in the UK as well.
And you are a global thinking businesswoman, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We work across the whole of the globe, as far as Australia, Africa, and we're currently working in the US and trying to break into that market a bit more.
Fantastic. And we're going to bring Leslie Batcher in as well, who's from the Institute of Exports, and just to give us that national picture really, because there are lots of areas like Middlesbrough where everyone thinks, oh, heavy industry, therefore they're not going to be doing very well, but there's so much more to global trade than that.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, in a flat economy, a flat world economy, we have to be cautious of the fact that we've got to be flexible, we've got to be innovative, and we've got to make sure we're thinking of new ideas all the time, and actually understanding how world trade works, which is what the Institute's all about.
There are challenges though, and that's part of the reason why people are talking about this big meeting between the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund and the like. You know, tell us about them.
Well, I think the challenges are very interesting because obviously for the UK we import a lot more than we export, which is a problem. We also, you know, a lot of countries are reliant on us as well in different sort of, you know, Africa and around the world. We need to think very carefully about what position we take with this. But yeah, it's a problem because we don't want to spend money on freight. We don't want to be, you know, polluting the world. But on the other hand, world trade seems to be here to stay and the globalisation isn't going away.
Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for joining me here this morning. I have to say as well, apparently some of the containers on this ship have Christmas presents in, and I'm told that Charlie's is, at least 3 of those yellow ones have got Charlie State's Christmas presents in, so clearly a very popular man. They'll be coming off the ship shortly and being sent off around the country. But that's it from me here this morning in my hometown of Borough, and I'm so glad the sun is shining because doesn't it look gorgeous?
It's absolutely stunning. And Steph, those 3 boxes, that's just the first of many tranches of deliveries.